Today I want to share some of Emmanuel Baptist Church's values, things we hold dear. A couple of them, before I dive into one specifically today, are we want to be relationally invested with other people. We also want to be eternity focused because eternity matters and what we do here on earth matters. And the third one, the one we want to focus in and zoom on for this training video, is we want to be Jesus-centered as people and as a church. Now, being Jesus-centered encompasses godly mission and having a biblical worldview. And we see this and how it plays out because of what Hebrews 1, verses 1 through 4 say. The author there wrote, "In the past, God spoke to our forefathers through the prophets at many times and in various ways. But in these last days he has spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, and through whom he made the universe. The Son is the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of his being, sustaining all things by his powerful word. After he had provided purifications for sins, he sat down at the right hand of the Majesty in heaven. So he became as much superior to the angels as the name he has inherited is superior to theirs." So what these few verses have to tell us is that Jesus is the key to how God is speaking now. God spoke in a certain way in the past, but right now he's speaking to us through the life, through the ministry, through the sacrifice of Jesus. And the main way that we know about Jesus is from the Bible. And that shows us why it's so important that we also dive into the Bible. We're reading it on our own. We're having our own quiet time. And why that's so important, because it helps us to get God's perspective, not just on Jesus, not just on life, but on our lives as well. So the Bible is hugely important to us and following Jesus. That being the case, whenever we come together, whenever we gather together, whether it's here or in life groups, we gather together with people in the church building, or when we go to people and we're hanging out informally, we want Jesus to be at the center of what we do. Just as the Son is the center of our universe, as Christ followers, we want Jesus to be at the center of our lives. Why? Because of what Hebrews 1 says, because that's how God speaks to us today. And that helps us to live our lives and to follow God, to follow Jesus more closely when we're Jesus-centered. And so we ask God to help us so that we can live that way as well, so that we can live Jesus-centered lives. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope it was an encouragement to you and it helps you in your ministry and in your own walk and faith in Jesus. Thanks.